John Dickinson here in the front from 95.7 The Game. Just for both of you guys, I think you had one assist in the fourth quarter. Why were you guys so stagnant in that fourth quarter?
I think we just got a little rushed. I think some of the mix-ups we had on defense affected our energy on the offensive end. And, I mean, credit to them. We know they're doing a lot of switching and trying to force us into one-on-one type situations, but that's no excuse to not get the ball moving. Trusting what we do best, and whether it's the first quarter, second quarter, or crunch time in the fourth, we got to be us, and that's going to be the adjustment for Game 5.
Ann Killian with the San Francisco Chronicle for both you guys. Were you feeling exhausted in the fourth quarter? I mean, that seems to be the theme. And also, Steve said he thought that blowing the 12-0 lead, not capitalizing on that, was really maybe the key part of the game. Would you agree?
I mean, when you give yourself a lead like that, it would help to sustain it and try to make the game as easy as possible early. We played really well in that first 6-7 minutes and made it tough on them. But they're a great team, so whether you extend the lead or not, it's a 48-minute game, and we had plenty of chances to come down the stretch and win the game. So not a ideal situation after the way we started, but like the fight that we showed, and fatigue is not an excuse for either side, so that'll never creep in your mind.
Al Sarasovic, San Francisco Chronicle here, for either one of you or both. Would you say this was a lot more physical game than the previous three in the series? Do you think that was a conscious strategy on Houston's part, and what do you do to combat that in Game 5?
I think it's been physical every game. They made timely shots in the fourth. Eric Gordon hit the big three to put him up 5. I think that gave him a nice cushion. And, we had chances to, win this basketball game. But you got to tip your hat to Houston. That came out and took a game on the road. And we just got to regroup and be better next game.
Chris Haynes, ESPN. Kevin, on that last offensive possession, when you passed to Clay, what can you break down that possession? And secondly, were you looking for a reset, possibly getting the ball back?
I raced it down. I was trying to see if I had some options. I seen Clay running along the baseline, and I maybe should have waited till he set his feet, but I just threw a bounce pass and tried to relocate for it. But, man, that's not the reason why we lost the game. I mean, I wish it could have been a better possession at the end, but, we got to live with that and move on and be better next game. But, it's the whole game that we got to get better at, and especially in the fourth. I think going up 10, going into the fourth, it was a good opportunity for us to kind of take control, and we didn't. So I definitely wish I had that last play back. So I'm going to watch film and see what my options were, and just hopefully if I'm in that position again, I'll be better.
Steph, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. Also on that possession that Kevin's talking about, Steve was in here saying that Draymond was trying to get the ref's attention because he saw it breaking down. Can you explain what was going on in that possession, why it didn't work, and whether you needed the timeout? And secondly, when you got the ball in your hands at the very last 0.5 of a second, what did you see there, and did you think you got it off, et cetera?
I mean, like Kay said, it's a kind of a scramble play. You get a stop. We've been in that situation plenty of times, regular season playoffs, where you don't call a timeout because you got flow, and usually something materializes and you get a good shot. Once we came down, like Kay said, made a read, threw it to Clay. I heard Draymond yelling for a timeout. Clay thought he could get a shot off. It's basketball. There's so many bang-bang plays, night in, night out. You can't really second-guess anything about it. We would like to have maybe had to get a timeout with 4 seconds left, but it didn't happen. And the last play, actually got a decent look. I think maybe in my head I was thinking 5 tenths. You don't know how long you can catch, turn, do that whole thing, so maybe rush it a little bit. But decent look. But you wish the game didn't come down to that to try to extend it. But we know how to correct and get back to who we are.
Owen Modest, KPIX. No Andre tonight, and Clay had to leave the game briefly. How much did that mess up the flow and the rotation of the team throughout the game?
I mean, it changed it, but Dre's a huge part of what we do, and he helps us have that versatility. Trying to fill different spots throughout the course of the game, and you'd love to have him out there, but it's a long series, and you want him healthy, able to really make an impact when he's out there. So hopefully that happens in Game 5. But you look at how the game went. We were in pretty good shape for 44 minutes with a chance to win and take real control of the series, but it didn't happen. Now we got to fight and really understand this is a true playoff type experience, and it's not going to be easy against a great team like Houston. So we're up for it though.
Steph, Mark Medina, Bay Area News Group. What was your read on just the contrast with your third and fourth quarter, just in terms of the shots falling down?
I just missed shots. I had a wide open one on the right wing, in and out. Early in the fourth, got a little rushed. Got a shot blocked and missed a layup. I can sit here and nitpick all you want. It had some decent looks. It didn't go down, but that's not why we lost. So just keep being aggressive like we were the whole game, and more so just try to be more assertive when it comes to what we want to get out of each possession down the stretch in the last 6 minutes, and we can be a lot better at that, and we will be.
So it's 0-0 now, and home court's back in Houston's hands. I'm Julianne, Cron 4 News, and this question's for either of you. Now that home court advantage is back in Houston's hands, how do you approach the rest of the series, and is the mindset different going into Houston now as opposed to as if you had the 3-1 lead?
I don't think the mindset's any different. We went in Game 1 and took care of business, so we know what it's like to win on that in that arena, and we should be ready to go to reset, put together a pretty solid 48-minute game, and steal one down there. So it would be nice if it was a closeout game, but it's not, and now we can regain control of the series if we go down there and play a complete game, and we've shown we can do it before, and I think the vibe in the locker room is really positive right now when it comes to what we need to correct when it comes to winning Game 5.
Great, thank you. Thank you.